Okay, so welcome guys to this beautiful course of C language. So first I will give my introduction. So myself Yogin Savani, I am a senior software engineer at the Hella India Automotive Private Limited company, and I'm pursuing my MTech from the BITS Pilani Work Integrated Learning Program. So I have total more than 5 years of experience in the C language, and I have total 4.5 years of experience in the automotive industry itself. So what are my achievements? So I am 3 times winner in the Interstate Robotics event, and I have a pat on the back awards and the winner in the hackathon of the machine learning. So these all are achievements. So now we will move to the questions. So first question, what is computer? Guys, you give answer. What is computer? We all are using a computer in daily life. So what is exactly the computer? You can unmute yourself and yeah, be open, don't worry.
Hi, Yogin.
Hi.
This is Shobham Sen from Indore.
Hi, Subham.
So, what I understand from the Feynman lecture on computer, that computer is basically like a file handler, and you can imagine it like a postmaster who handles post of various districts and all, and handles it quickly. Just takes from one block and keep it on the other. So it is like a file handler, which I understand computer.
Yes, that is also one things we are doing, the storing the files, storing the data inside the computer. And any other? Guys, be open up. Don't think what other people will think. So computer is device for processing, storing and displaying the information. So as Shivam mentioned, it is like a file handler. So it's also the storing and processing data. So storing data, that means we are storing our records and database and all things. So that data store, we need some processing. So we need processor, RAM, ROM, like that thing. So we will come to that part later. So computer is divided into the two main parts. One is the hardware and one is the software. So hardware, that is, we all know we have the CPU and processor. Whenever we purchase computer, so we think, so which processor is there? It is the i7, i5, i3, which processor? So exactly the processor is the hardware, and hard disks, SSD, ROM. ROM is the part and RAM is the cache memory. So our temporary data is stored inside the RAM area, so it's called as a cache memory also. And then hard disk and SSD is the permanent data store, and CPU is the processor, that is the whenever we are doing, currently this Teams meeting is running on, when this slide sharing is running on, this all thing are continuously processing in the processor. Because of these things, we are taking that i7 is the speed is highest and i5 is little bit lower than that. So like that way. So, and next one is the software. Software is the first is the we need OS. So that is the operating system, either Windows, either Unix or Linux, either Mac, iOS. So it depends on your computer. So OS, then after inside the OS we are running our software, and in the mobile we can say it's the applications. So applications are in software, so we are running that. So what is exactly the software? Anyone? What is software? Sorry.
Set of instruction which that processor will follow.
Mhm. So yes, set of instruction is called as a program, and software is the set of programs. So software is called as a set of programs, and program is a set of instructions. So what are the instructions and all things we will learn through this entire course. So guys, please write down in your notebook these all things. So these are the basic things. We will move to the later part and all things. So please make notes. So whenever you will do revision for the interview purposes and the real life use case purpose, it will help you. And definitely I will share this video to all of you. Okay, next is computer is also dividing in the two parts. Just a second. Okay, so first one is the input. So we are giving input to the computer and we are taking the output in the form of monitor, speaker, printer or XYZ. So input is our keyboard, mouse, touchpad, scanner, joystick, etc. is the input. We are giving input and the output is it is showing into the monitor. In between that, so we are giving the input and we get the output. In between that, this is our software is running inside between that. So software is taking that keyboard and enter the data inside that processing do and it will shows the output to the monitor. So here our software will work. So why you need to learn C language first? Anyone have answer? Why you need to learn C language? There is many programming languages are available. Yes, Shubham.
Uh, because C language is can be said to be very close to the hardware of the computer, and if we want to perform any task from the computer, C language will be the best option if we want to interact with the hardware.
Yes, yes, that is the main motto of C language and anything, any other people's, please be open up. I want all of you to involve in this class. Not only theoretical, but you want to involve and you want to think whatever you which things came in your mind. While why you all are here because you want to learn C language. So why you need to learn C language?
Yeah, Yogin, mostly I think so. Like every OS is written in C language, so that's why we need to learn C.
Yeah. So most of the OS are written in C language. So first is the
Um,
C. Yes. Yes,
and
yes.
I think
Please.
C is like basic language, like from the C, other languages are developed and using the C as a base language.
Yes, yes, correct. So C language is the mother of all programming language. So when you learn C, once you know C language, you can learn any programming language easily. And C language is developed. First, C language purpose is the developed OS. In the current embedded system, in the automotive industry, medical science, we will see the application of C language. Each and everywhere C language is developed. So once you know C language, you can learn any language easily. And another thing is, suppose I will give you the example. You first you drive the automatic car and not drive anytime any not learn manual driving car, and you go for taking the RTO and give the learning and license exam, and that at that time you want to drive, or any time in the life you want to drive the manual car, so you will not able to drive, correct? Because you learn only auto car, that is easiest one. So once you know manual car, so you can easily drive the automatic car. So similar type, once you learn C language, you can learn any programming language and your base will be, just a sec. So your base will be as much as strong. So because of that reason, we all are learning the C language. So another example, suppose we want to build a big, big building. So what is the main importance part of the building or bridge? Its base, right? So when um, develop a building, so its base is the most important. Like that way, you want to make career in the software programming, your base is C language. Once your C language part is very strong, you can learn any programming language. You will be easily learn any software programming language. Because of that reason, you want to learn C language. So next we will move to the history of C language. So C language is the developed by Dennis M. Ritchie. So he developed the language in the between 1972 to 1973 at the AT&T Bell Laboratory. So he developed this C language is the main purpose is the develop OS. So Unix, Linux OS is completely developed in the C language. That is why it is the open source language. And C, Unix OS is currently also written in only C and C++ language. And 1972 to 1973 he developed this C language, and 1980 ISO is registered, and after 1980 we all are using this ANSI C guidance is cam, which things we need to use and which things we need to not use, and all things is ISO standard is developed in 1980. So next is the application of C language. So application of C language is the main purpose is the OS development. Then we are currently in real time using in the automotive industry, in the medical science. You see medical device, all the medical device, each and every medical device is the embedded device, and that all our things are developed in only in C language. 99% C language is used in automotive and medical science. Then mobile phone, our phone OS is also written in C language. Then ATM machine, washing machine, all things everything is written inside the C language. Because of this reason we all will learn C language. Next we will move to the programming languages. So there is many programming languages are available, but you need to first know about the what is exactly low level languages and what is exactly the high level languages. So low level languages, that are the machine level languages. So computer can only understand the digital signals binary. It is the 0 or 1 only. So writing a programming in machine understandable language is very difficult. So we cannot able to write in 0101 like that way, right? So its maintenance is also very hard. Suppose something bug is came, the error prone is came, so that we cannot able to identify where is the bug and all things, because it's completely written in 0101. So that is very hard. So machine is understand only 0 and 1 digital signals. So next is the difficulty faced in the machine level language. So they are implemented the assembly level languages. So assembly language level languages are close to the machine level languages. So assembly, there is the translator is available. So it translate the assembly to low level languages is the binary language. We will see in this course what is the compilation processes and all things. In that you will clearly understand how it's convert the machine level languages assembly to machine. So assembly level languages are the syntaxes are like that way. So there is we need to copy data from one to another. So like this way, move A to B, move and jump, and like this way instruction is available inside the assembly level languages. So that is understandable language compared to the machine level language. Next is the high level language. High level language is completely machine independent. Like we are speaking in English or any mother tongue, like we are communicate to each other. So like that way, our machine high level languages are not completely dependent on the machine, but it is completely dependent to us. So like C and C++ both are the middle level languages. Why it's middle level languages? Because C and C++ need the compiler, and another languages like Python, Java, R, and any other programming language, they don't need compiler, they need interpreter. So what is exactly interpreter and compiler we will see in this course later. So because in the compilation process, you will understood why C is the middle level languages and Python is high level languages. So in the Python background interpreter is running and interpreter is close to the C and C++ middle level languages. Because of that reason, Python is easily understandable language, and Python is compared to the C and C++ very slow execution process. So Python's execution process is the very slow compared to the C and C++, and C and C++ execution is the slow compared to the assembly level languages. So this is the complete flow. So you have till now any question?
I have a question.
Mhm.
So, using Python and or using a C language, we can decide on the basis of the kind of processor we have to employ, right? So, if the processor is fast like Raspberry Pi or something, so we can use Python. Then otherwise, if we are if we want to use only small controller like STM32, then we should use a C language.
Yes, that's also right. But we want speed in the millisecond or the microsecond speed. So at that time, controller we need to use C language. But we need something like delay 1 second or 2 second. At that time, we can use Python. Python will not give you speed in the milli and microseconds data is flowing. Okay. Any other? No. Okay. Then what you will learn through this course. So just a second. I have shared this in my website itself. You have already seen or not, I don't know. But this is the syllabus for the C language. I will add if something is missing here. So it will go like this is the what are the types of languages we've seen. This is the high level and low language, then evaluation. When we will see the structure of complete C program and the execution process, then C tokens, operator, constants, variables. There is the type qualifier like volatile and constant, and each and everything of the C language. That is the control statements. Control statement is like the if else condition, switch case, arithmetic operations, then evaluation, go to statement, then looping concept, for loop, while loop, do while loop, jumping, then break and continue. Then we will move to the array and string. That is the one dimensional, two dimensional, multi-dimensional array, dynamic array, then functions, pointers, and structure union. So this flow, I will not go through this flow. So before array, I will do the pointers basic, then we will go to the array, and then again we will move to the pointers. Like that way, I will design this course, structures and union. But each and every concept of C language I will cover. My target is not like I mentioned that is the 45 days. So it will complete more than 45 days. Also, my main motto is to give complete guide to you. So complete C language guide to you, whoever participate in this course. So I have to make them as much as strong, 100% confident. That is my main motto of this course. So there is no anything related to that. And next is the duration of this course. So this course duration is the, as I mentioned, it's 45 days, and it will regular class will start from the Monday, and there is the 300 rules I will follow. So what is exactly 300 rules? 300 rules, that means I will give you 100% of my, so this is my 100%. I will give 100% my, but I want in from you 200%. So you need to do everyday practice, and you need to attend class. If you will not attend class, I will provide you recorded lecture. Before coming to class, you have to see that class. So I want from your side 200%. If you are ready for this, then you will join this course. I will give my 100%. Whenever you need any support, anytime you will write message on the WhatsApp, whenever I will free, I will give you the reply. So one advice from my side, you have to make regular class notes. I have bunch of notes available. Uh, each and every programming I am making my notes, because whenever I need to do a revision, I will do quickly in half an hour each and every programming language. Because of that reason, I am making my clear notes. So guys, please make your notes and handwritten notes, not the copy of the slides and all things. Handwritten notes gives us a feel which things we, and it gives remind in our mind which things we have written in where and everything. Whenever you do any class, please make notes. This is the clear habits. So I have total make many notes. It is the behind me is available. So that is my C language, C++, Python notes, and the embedded system, and many notes available, machine learning and all. So I am making the notes and I am continuously revising the notes, because programming language is like that. Once you will not do revision in 2 or 3 months, you will forget some concepts. So regular revision is needed. So I will take 2499 fees because effort needs some revaluation. So because of that reason, I am taking the fees. If you have any fees concern and anything, you can write me a mail or you can contact me in WhatsApp. So guys, you need to download VS Code in your system. So how to download VS Code and each and every steps, I will write you on mail also how to download VS Code and all things. So I have already uploaded one video. I will show you how you can go to my channel, Yogin Savani, and said that #2. This is the C language tutorial. Install and configure VS Code and compiler. So you need one compiler and VS Code you need to install. So I will also guide you via mail. If anyone has any difficulties, then feel free to. So you can watch this video and easily you will understood this. I will provide you this video link and all the steps in the written form how to install VS Code and compiler in your system. So we will save our time to installing in next lecture. So you will ready with the install in 2 days, because it's taking a 1 or 2 hour time for installing and the configuring the compiler in your system. So it will take much time, so you can do in this weekend itself.
So Yogin, is it mandatory to use VS Code or?
No, it's not mandatory, but I will teach in VS Code because I will not teach in the Linux OS. So in the compiler itself is the GCC compiler I will use. So it's like Linux OS and similar each and every person. Because of that reason, I will use VS Code. It's not mandatory. You can use code blocks, any other also.
Yeah, because I'm using Linux box and I have used means I have VS Code and it is working. So I was thinking like from the terminal, if we
Yes,
can
in
use.
the if you have a Linux OS, then no need to install VS Code. You can use in terminal itself, and terminal command is similar like VS Code, all the command. No need to install the VS Code in Linux or Mac OS. For Windows, you need to install VS Code or the code blocks, but I will teach in the VS Code because code blocks is not good compared to the in previously Microsoft provide when we are at the college time or the school time turbo C. So now it's modified to the VS Code, and VS Code is the very good for the Windows OS, because VS Code currently many programmers are developing each and every new libraries every day and uploading in the GitHub for the VS Code. So guys, if you have any question, feel free to ask here or ask me later in my WhatsApp number, or you can ask me on my mail. I have already written mail to all of you If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Don't worry about anything. And if you have any question related to any programming and any things, whenever I am free, so I will give you reply. Not only particular to the C language, but you can ask me any question related to the machine learning, artificial intelligence, embedded systems, anything else. You can also connect me on LinkedIn, because in LinkedIn also I am continuously uploading the content. Whichever things I like, I will make that content and I am uploading that. So thank you guys. Today we have no anything new. We will start from the Monday itself. Once you have installed VS Code, we will start from our first program, then how the compiler process and the what is the error, and like that way we will go to the step by step. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you
thanks,
guys.
Yogin. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your participant. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Yogesh.
Yeah. Thanks.